Well, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu is in Moscow meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin. A senior Russian delegation is now preparing to come straight to Jerusalem tomorrow. Joining me now in the studio with more on this is Dr. Martin Sherman, the founder and executive director of the Israel Institute for Strategic Studies. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
All right, so the stated intent is to discuss shared interests and concerns in the region. What are Israel's shared interests and concerns with Russia?
Well, I think that the major issue of concern is coordination in the case of military action, because I think the potential for unintended consequences here is enormous. And the fact that the Russians have reacted so swiftly to Netanyahu's visit, I think indicates two things. A, the gravity that they view the situation, and B, the impressive job that Netanyahu is doing in the field of foreign relations. We see he's had tremendous success with Modi in India, good relations with the Trump administration, and now he seems to have the ear of Putin as well.
But there are different interests as well here, right?
There are different interests as well, but I think that Russia certainly doesn't want to give Israel a problem of having no option but to preempt, because once these precision missiles are in place, and if the Arabs use them first, the Arab side or the Muslim side, whether it's Iran or Lebanon or Hezbollah or Syria, there's a grave danger. I mean, a preemptive strike on Israeli air bases could knock out the major portion of the Israeli Air Force. So I don't think this is a situation where Israel cannot allow the other side to acquire the abilities that it seems intent on acquiring.
Right, and we talked earlier about, the footholds in Syria. What action do you think Israel is going to be taking right now to secure its border?
Well, Israel is between a rock and a hard place here, because the kind of action that is called for is certainly the kind of action that will not preserve the peace. I think we're reaping, I said before in one of the earlier interviews, that we're reaping the bitter fruits of two failed policies of appeasement. First of all, the mismanaged war in 2006 with Lebanon, where the Olmert government allowed Hezbollah to emerge intact as a military organization, and the Obama policy towards Iran, which enriched it economically, empowered it militarily, and entrenched it politically. So without those two failed policies, I think the situation would be very different on our northern border. And to bring that back to a manageable situation, I see it very difficult to achieve without massive military action. And I think we're in a very difficult position at the moment.
All right, well, I guess we're just going to have to wait and see what comes of the Russian delegation's meeting here in Jerusalem. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.